I think it's like 35,000 or
Yeah.
something like that now to house one prisoner. And we're getting thousands and thousands, and we're building more prisons. And then even with the immigration, sadly, it's uh, the Republicans are really trying to lock everybody up, and that is costing. It seems like I never understand. They talk about guarding this, building the fence, building a wall, but the problem is maybe we need to start working in educating not only ourselves, but even a los inmigrantes that are coming, and making people understand, what life in America is. And if you're coming for that dream, I mean, we should welcome everybody. But I think that we need to work together and educate each other, help each other, instead of trying to tear each other apart. And the stories that I hear, about all these families that, because especially the dreamers that we're talking about. So all these kind of things, I think that we need to do those stories. I'm not the one to do that now because I think it's for the young filmmakers to do that. But I think that we need to do stories, not just to show lo triste, I think we're too advanced in technology, especially in filmmakers, that we should be able to do. I always expected somebody, I don't mean to insult Roberto Rodriguez by any means, but I do feel that he has been given a beautiful opportunity to do so many. I mean, I feel bad because I don't see what he's supposed to be doing. He's supposed to be doing. The only thing that I see now is El Rey with the. But we're going back to some historia that everybody liked. Well, I guess we have to please him.
Yeah.
But I don't think that Robert Rodriguez is really showing. Maybe he doesn't feel the way we do or the way I do as a Chicano. But I don't think Robert Rodriguez is really doing much for the Chicano community. I mean, I'm sorry, I know that he's making, people like, Machete famous and things like that. But no, really, look at the stories that he puts out. They're beautiful, movies that blow you away with all the technology that he's working with. But how many stories are really about, good stories about us, about Chicanos or family stories. So what I'm saying is we don't need to do drugs. No, we want to show beautiful stories. I would love to get a story about Dreamer and show that person, just the way she was before, they discovered that she's a dreamer, and now they want to kick her back to Mexico or something like that. I criticize también, like I tell him, on the immigration issue. I'm not too happy with all these movies that are coming out with immigration, because you saw the first one, ¿cómo se llamaba? With Mojados coming into, you wrote on it, I remember years back.
El Norte.
El Norte.
Yes.
El Norte was the first movie that came out dealing with immigration. Since then, we've had like about 100 more El Nortes being done.
Yeah.
And they're basically all the same, which makes us feel sad but no, I want to show another, now start showing more of our beauty of our raza. I want to show, some of the, like, I'm very proud. Some of the kids that I'm very proud is Julian and Joaquin, who are very famous now out of San Antonio. I mean, and these are the kids that make me feel real proud, especially because I know Rosa. Rosa came from like I did, we're Raza
Rosa,
Unida.
you're talking about Rosa Castro.
Rosa
mother,
Castro,
yes.
their mother, and so to see, somebody from the Raza Unida, and she produces, what I hope to be one of the next president. One of them is going to be the next president. I hope I get to live in the United States. So I mean, these are things that I can't wait when they start making, the stories of people like that, and I think that we need them.
And I think you sell yourself short because of what you did back in the 70s, you opened a window for all of us to see not only ourselves, but our cultura, to see our lives, to see the problems we still have. And, I was looking at what you were saying about the drug issue, and, you can live in Colorado right now and you can smoke marijuana and not go to jail, And yet it's the situation is in Texas is still the same as it was back then, I don't know if those issues, social issues, are issues that are sort of bonded by our antiquated laws, will change in the near future. But I do know that what you have done for us, what you have opened for us, shows us that we have the ability to single-handedly, like you've done, make films that not only have lasted over 40 years, but continue to entertain people. I was watching the film this evening, and people recognize themselves. They recognize certain situations. The music was fantastic. Last weekend on Saturday, I was in San Antonio, and I went to the San Antonio Symphony, and they honored Little Joe and La Familia. And if you've never heard Las Nubes played with a San Antonio Symphony behind it, you haven't lived. I mean, it was awesome. And here they were honoring the 50 years of Little Joe, and we're here tonight honoring you because between all of us, we've added to make this a better entertainment, artistic, and courageous saga of making our story be heard. And perhaps, as you say with your document, we have the dreams that our children, our future, will continue. So thank you, Efrain. And I would like to see if we have questions from the audience.
Yes.
If you could speak up, or we have a microphone up here if you want to.
I think we can hear it. Does anybody have a question that?
Yes.
Yes.
Not a question, but a comment that we need to concentrate more on doing positive movies about our raza and cut the stereotype. You know, we already have other producers that are not Mexicanos doing the stereotype. Why should we continue with that effort to put our raza down? We should do. There are a lot of positive stories about veteranos, about politicians, that work positively to promote la raza, to promote our opportunities for a better education. Let's concentrate on that, like you mentioned, Rodriguez and other filmmakers that have the money to work. Let's put it to a positive use instead of doing more of the bad stereotype Mexicano.
I agree with you. And one of the, I hope somebody does it, and he's got a story that would make Hollywood, and that's Gus Garcia. I mean, Gus Garcia is my idol. I mean, I got to meet him just one time just before he passed away, and that's already when he was already just about ready to, he was already in trouble. Meaning he died on Skid Row. One of the greatest, to me, he's the Mexican American of the 20th century that I don't think, not even Cesar Chavez or anybody can, if you really know the story of Gus Garcia and what he did for us, I mean, he should be sainted, That would